Brakes and Sons sponsor Drop the Puck.
Welcome to the Drop the Puck Highlight Show, bringing you the best in all the action around the NIHL North 1. This week we've got coverage from the Blackburn Hawks versus Widnes Wild, the North Challenge Cup final game, and also the Nottingham Lions against the Solihull Barons. Our first game tonight is the North Challenge Cup final between the Widnes Wild and the Blackburn Hawks. Blackburn currently go into this one 3-2 up on aggregate after defeating the Wild the week before. Commentary for this one is brought to you by myself and Gary from Drop the Puck.
Because it's a close rink, if they can crowd out the Wild and stop the plays, then it gives them less chance to manoeuvre, fly the puck around.
Well, you look at the likes of, Cade King, we know is a unit and knows how to move as well. You got Alex Lutwich, who's quite rapid as well. There's a few good defensemen, Sam Warnock and another one, and they know how to play and they can read the game well. So if they see an opportunity to pinch in, it's going to be easier for them. As shot comes in high, O'Dale, great blocker save, sends it out, and that's the first real opportunity we've seen from the Wild tonight.
Yeah.
You see Dan High now looks to take a shot again, deflected from Hopkins. Hopkins can't reel it in. King gets a stick on it, clays down. It's going to be pushed forward for Pearce to chase. However, Bez Hughes back in defence for the Wild this week. He's going to get back there first. Looks up ice. Bit of a shovel pass, but they've managed to do it. Turned around for Lutwich. Lutwich sees an opportunity. Shoots right into the glove of Cole's rebound, and it's in. And there it is. First strike, and it goes to the Hawks. We'll see it again. It was a bad interception for the Wild in mid-ice there. Lutwich capitalises on it. First shot saved, and then it goes up and over Coles. And just like that, Gary.
Well, it's Widnes Wild 0, Blackburn Hawks 1. And the aggregate now extends to 4-2 in favour of Blackburn.
12:36 in the first gone. Still 1-0 to the Blackburn Hawks. That's 4-2 on aggregate. And the face-off neutral ice won by the Hawks. Sends back for the defenseman to start setting up. King looks up ice. What's he got? Looking for options. He's got Uranix in front of him. Decides to skate it out, create some space. Lovely little move. Uranix knocks it forward into the Wild zone, picked up by Ruddock. Ruddock looks to get that big stretch pass. Can't find his intended target. Now Mayo for the Hawks. Sent back round for Watson. Watson and Gilbert. Davis can't clear the zone. Gilbert sent it round, causing a nuisance to himself. King has to come in, interject. Uranix with it. Sends it back. Watson around the houses. Uranix far side. Murray tries to get there first. Coulter comes into the mix. Gets hold of that, and Gilbert's returning. There's a breaker chance here for Davis. You heard the shout from Davis. Puts it through the middle, shot in. Coles goes post to post. What a save. And you see there the opportunity for Blackburn there. You heard the shout from Davis. Draws his defenseman into the corner. Puts it right through the danger zone, looking for the backdoor option. Cole wise to it though, gets post to post.
Yeah. Davis already getting a taste for it. Looking to get it on the score sheet.
Face off left hand side of Cole's net. 11:32 left in the game.
Who was that you called up?
Evan Coles?
No, the one before that. Was that Davis? What was his name again?
Oh yeah, Aaron Davis, yeah, that guy. Oh, there's a little behind the play. So already starting the handbags.
Yeah.
However, here come the Wild up the left side with Edwards. Edwards looks to test O'Dale, puts a soft one in for him to turn out. Spilt up, but immediately swept up by the Hawks and turned around. Can't clear the zone. Hughes sends it back around. Edwards forced to go to work on Lutwich again in the corner. Lutwich goes down. Edwards picks the puck up, sends it behind the net in the office now. Coulter under pressure. Good work coming in there from Thacker. And Marcus Thacker making sure Coulter can't move.
Yeah, they're getting all tied up.
Yeah, comes out the puck. Hager forced to get in the mix now, which has pulled their only option.
Oh!
Good work again by Edwards. He's got Hager. Oh, well, what a save, O'Dale. That was a tight one. We'll see that again. They managed to finally get it out to, you see the first attempt there, Coulter. They get it out to Hager there on that far side. Shot, and O'Dale's on it like a rash. Well, Both teams now starting to get into this game, but it's the Hawks that are edging them out.
Yeah, 10:40 remaining on the clock for this first period.
Face off, won by the Hawks again as King looks to send it round. Pierce under pressure from Hyde. Decides to go back. King under pressure from Hopkins. Good little poke check from Hopkins. He's sending it over. Hyde takes a shot. Through the 5-hole. Dan Hyde pulls one back. And that was all because of Andy Hopkins picking a pocket of Cade King. We'll see it again there. King miscommunication. Hopkins does enough to take King off the puck. Hyde, thank you very much. Through the 5-hole. And just like that, it's YKK win this Wild 1. Blackburn Hawks 1. That's 4 on aggregate now.
So Wild pulling one back, keeping themselves in this game. How quick have we gone into that penalty pen? I mean, no sooner had he gone in the box and he's almost down now.
Face off left hand side of Coles this time. Watson in for the draw again, puts it onto the stick of Ruddock, who just sends it all the way down. 5 seconds left. King forced to skate back and pick that one up. 2-1, trapdoor opens. Harper back on the ice, back to full strength. Good PK for Widnes. However, Harper, because he's touched it, he's now live in the play, has to get straight into there. Coulter tried to pick it up, he sent it round. King puts the body on King. He's a brave man, I tell you. Malachi Budd. Shot in, blocker save. And he's floored by Mitchell.
Little shoulder barge, yeah?
Yeah, it's all these little off the and behind the play things that are starting now. Mr. Perrin's trying to stamp out. Hager takes a shot. He doesn't go wide very far. Sent around, picked up by Mitchell. Puts it in again. Deflection. That come off Gilbert. Poor Mike Gilbert being used as a target.
Do you know what? I don't mind being used as a target as long as it goes into the net.
I think that's what they're aiming for as well, Gary. Hager steps up, tries to get that one and back in. He does, only onto the stick of King and loses it out. And they've cleared the zone there with Piers. Forcing the Wild back. 5:47 remaining in the period. Williamson buys himself a bit of time, looks to play it to Edwards. Edwards knocks it on to Hager. Hager, extended shift. Drop to Barlow. Puts it towards it in! Rich Hager and O'Dale. He's absolutely gutted he's got that one, but I tell you what, it's exactly what the Wild needed. You can see it again. Feeds it to Barlow, drops it back to Hager. He takes a quick shot at the point, and it seems to deflect off the stick of O'Dale over his own pads. And just like that, Gary, it's now YKK Widnes Wild 2, Blackburn Hawks 1, and we are 4-all on aggregate. Cross behind his own net. Looks up. Matty Cross under pressure. He's turned it over. O'Dale gets a stick on it from Hopkins. Lutwich tries to get in there. Riddick is coming for support. Again, this is where Hopkins does well. They're grinding away in them corners. It's dirty, but it's hockey. Britton being taken out the play by Cross. Lutwich plays it around, only onto Mitchell. Mitchell through traffic. Hyde's picked it up, takes a shot, it comes off the bar. I don't know how he got something to that O'Dale, but he's managed to tip it over. Keeps the Hawks in it. Hyde sends it back for Hopkins. However, Lutwich wise to it. Good rotation here by the Wild. Hyde sees an opportunity to turn back. Gets round one man, drops it for Hopkins. Miscommunication, Lutwich. Shot on, what a save, O'Dale. That was going top shelf. Hopkins again. Wilder banging on the door now.
Oh, tried to back that in.
Mitchell sent it opposite way. Hyde's going to go into there, try and hold it up, allow a line change. They've pulled it down. Big hit on the far side. And that's Harper, and that's why they've signed him, Gary, because he is not afraid to put the body on. Corson Heron looking for a man out front. Corson Heron and Barlow and Gilbert now. Your second line for the Wild. Short and uncharacteristically, Barlow sends that wide. It's going to give Piers a chance to break forward. Yet Barlow straight away back in defence. Still a little bit of a mistake here, but it's the Wild are playing everywhere. Yeah, they are. Hawks with Mayo. Gains the blue. Ethan Mayo into the corner. He's got Williamson chasing him. Gets it round to Davis. Let run. Wild jump on that first. Watson unfortunately brought it out. Tag up. And you see there, Cole tried to grab that one. Oh, a little bit of Watson and Hughes there afterwards.
Oh, you don't want to be doing that.
Bez Hughes just laughing at his face. Come on, lad, use your head. Oh,
hello.
No, Bez Hughes certainly not happy. So Bez skates to the bench. Watson stays on. 3:03 in the period. So Lutwich and Barlow in for the draw. Right hand side of Evan Cole. Picked up by the Hawks, however, jump on that, do the Wild with Harper. Harper puts it across and through the danger zone. Interestingly now, Will Harper fancying his chances, but it does leave them high and dry at the back. Mitchell, you can see that, well, there's call there. Mitchell looks like he's brought down Lutwich off the play, which then shut Lutwich out of that play completely as the pass came back. Corson Herring takes a shot. There's a massive cry from the Blackburn bench. Urinix now trying to weave his way around in that corner. They get it to Piers, looks up ice. Riddick. They've gained the zone again. It's still, there it is, very slippy out there, Urinix.
Get the gritter out.
Still a little bit wet in some areas. Ruddock sends that around. And it's incidents like that have just occurred there, Gary, that will send this game over and tip it over the edge.
Yeah, I was going to say that. That's lighting the blue touch paper, really.
You can see on the Hawks bench on the far side there, Coach Dominic Osmond was trying to gain the attention then of Mr. Perrin. He's certainly not happy with the way that went down.
No, but nevertheless, we have a face-off to the left of the Hawks' net.
Face-off picked up by the Wild, who shoots early with Hagger.
Oh!
And it's in! Well, Hagger with the big one first. Spilt up for Coulter. We'll see it again. It looks like it was something from the drawing board there. Hagger, first big slap shot. Coulter gets the rebound. And just like that, the Wild come out with a quick 1-2. It's now YKK with this Wild 3. Blackburn Hawks 1. That makes it 5-4 in aggregate.
Well,
Barlow and Lutwich in for draw. Barlow wins that one, gets it out to Gilbert on the wing, and immediately Gilbert sends it back to Barlow. Barlow down, sent into the zone. Gilbert's going to beat out Mayo for this one. Into the corner, digging away, comes out to Barlow, reels that in, gets a shot off. O'Dale saw that last second, turn it round the corner. Murray's kept it in the zone though. Gilbert tried to send it back. Lutwich gets there first, and here come the Hawks as they gain the zone. Lutwich, good play by Murray. It's turn around for Gilbert. 4-4 opening the ice up. You can see now a few more players confident to try little things with the stick. And there are some little chips and chirps going in after the plays. Barlow into the corner again. Lutwich gets it to play out. Piers. Lovely little move behind Williamson. Lutwich still slams on, takes a shot into the glove of Cole. That was a great play. There, we'll see it again, the replay. Piers manages to get it over to Lutwich. Lutwich knows what he's going to do, slams on. Ruddock goes flying right by, but Evan got the measure of him on that one. Face off left hand side of O'Dale. Taken quickly, Hawks do the correct thing and just absolutely send that right down the other end of the ice. Coles knocks it forward for Hagger now. Interesting line out that we've got. Hagger, Hyde, Hopkins, Murray and Coulter. So the top line featuring Hopkins. And here he is on the puck, Hopkins. Looks to go from front. 4 seconds left on the power play though. 2-1, trapdoor opens. Rui Tate back on the ice. Almost straight into the play. Hagger decides to throw forward. Just the other side of the halfway line. Avoids the icing call. King picks it up. Again, Hawks trying to clear the zone. Sent back in by Hagger. A little bit of D to D. Watson. Good body on by Williamson. Disrupts the play. Allows the Wild in as Barlow has to think quick. Gets it to Hagger. Hagger. Good play by Urinix. Shuts the door there. King puts it into the opposite corner. Williamson drives it out right to the hit. Jonathan Williamson dumps it in straight onto the stick of Alex Lutwich. And again, it's getting a little bit scrappy in this centre, Gary.
Yeah, few knocks and bangs after the puck's gone.
Kept in the zone by the Wild to take a shot. O'Dale gloves that around the corner. Corson, Herring and King go to work on the boards behind. Corson Herring comes out with him right on front. Was the opportunity. O'Dale was down. And I couldn't quite see who that witness player was. It looks like Mike Gilbert was on the back door and just couldn't get anything on it. Obviously couldn't use the skates. Uranix, however, up the other end. Great play. Gets the Mayo. Backdoor shot attempt. Warnock driven into the boards hard. Gilbert gets his stick on that one.
Hawks starting to find their feet a bit.
Very much so. Uranix. Riddick. Sends it back. Don't think that quite that was the play though. Lutwich reacts well. Out in front, good working. And you see James Riddick now is your danger man here on this one. Lutwich!
Oh, hello.
And there's something definitely behind the play there with Coulter. Coulter's had enough. Joey Coulter certainly looking to go. And I can't see who's that. Is that Riddick there he's involved with? No, it's Uranix again. I'd already said David Uranix had been getting under the skin of a few players last time. Coulter was one of those players. He was in the wars. Joey, you can see him laughing. And that's a holding call. Uranix is going to box as well.
Yeah, well, said it at the start, and I'll say it again.
A few messages for him as he goes and sits.
Mr. Perrin not accepting anything. He's going to be all over that.
So we're back to 4-on-4.
And the ice opens up again.
Will be the left-hand side one more time. This time, Hawks come out with it with Davis, under pressure early in his own zone. King forced to slam on, turn around, gets it across. Turn around again. This time it's Barlow. Watson gets onto that, tries to send it forward for Davis. Davis can get there. You could see he thought Williamson was coming across. Oh, there's a big hit on Williamson. And there's something coming now. Well, Hughes is not happy with that. Hughes and Davis. Bears Hughes straight over. And is that Barlow who's got Davis around the neck?
I think he's just separating them.
You can see there, the initial thing that happened was Williamson was coming across to shut the pathway of Davis off. Davis, you could see he was reading like he was going to take a hit. Decided to skate round Williamson and then put one on him in the corner.
Well, Davis wears his heart on his sleeve when he's playing for the Hawks, and he'll do whatever it takes.
Face off out in front of the Wild bench. Wild come out with that one. Murray. Coulter gains his own, drops it for Hyde. 22 seconds on the power play now. Murray takes the shot, comes off the leg pads of one of the Hawks players. They're trying to call for it going out. Hopkins looking for the screen. Hyde picked the loose puck up. 10 seconds on the power play. Shot comes in, it's in! And it's tipped in, it's Hopkins from Hager. We'll see it again, the replay. They're working the puck around well. Hager gives the nod as Hopkins comes and screens O'Dale. Lovely little deflection. And just like that, it's now Widnes Wild 4, Blackburn Hawks 1, and it's 6-4 on aggregate. Interesting fact, Gary, is that Callum Preston currently in the net for the Widnes Wild, son of Chris Preston, who wore the jersey of Blackburn and Widnes several times.
Really?
Indeed.
Well, you're so full of these interesting facts, Ben. Where do you get them from?
I know an ex-manager.
Ah.
Gilbert. Into the corner.
Wonder what he's doing now.
Warnock gets it out to Murray. Murray sends it back in. Warnock again. Gets it to Riddick. Riddick ends up losing out to Ruddock. Sent all the way round, picked up by Mayo. Mayo looks up ice, has to slam on. Uranix comes into support. Thrown forward for Davis on the high man. Davis is there, no support. Round the back of the net, tried to swing it out in front. Gets ridden into his board, the board for that. Was that by Harper? It looked it. But now the Hawks are where they want to be, set up with 55 seconds left of this power play. Trying to find something quick. Davis was looking like he was going to skate in front there and he couldn't get it out. And there's certainly some things going on behind the play. A few words exchanged and some handbags. Uranix, however, drives it in. 34 seconds remain. Britton. Wild clear it out. It's Hagger. Hagger's through by himself. He's got support in the form of Nathan Britton. Decides to put it towards net into O'Dale's glove, and that's going to freeze up with 14 seconds remaining. We'll see it again now in the replay. Lovely little move there from Hagger. Couldn't quite catch the puck though. Couldn't get it over to Britton, so he throws it on net anyway.
Yeah, you've got to wonder why he went for that. I would have waited a little longer myself.
Face off. Taken quickly by the Wild. Hagger with the bit between his teeth. Hagger looking like a man possessed. 125 on the original penalty to Uranix. Riddick plays it quickly. Gets it to Lutwich in the middle. Lutwich shoots! Preston. Well, you could see there he wanted to go for that, but he was told by his defenseman to leave it. Yeah, O'Dale again leaves it. Mayo sends it round to King. Hagger gets it back. Lutwich, great passing here by the Hawks. Lovely tape to tape. Lutwich drops it. Riddick. Oh, no, it's not Riddick. Yeah, it is, sorry. Apologies. Shoots. Loose puck. Still the Hawks in possession. Riddick gets it out in front.
Oh, it's an easy one, that.
Couldn't quite get it all what he wanted on that. We'll see it again now. It's James Riddick who's literally the playmaker right now for the Hawks, causing all the opportunities. Lutwich, great pass and vision by Lutwich to see that there, but he couldn't quite catch it all with his toe. It's an easy save for Preston. 40 seconds left on the Uranix penalty. 1 minute 6 on the Gilbert penalty. Face off. Right hand side of Callum Preston. Shot in from Alex Lutwich. Deflection out in front. Davis now going to recover that one. Takes the shot through traffic off a player. Watson goes to go out in front again. And the Hawks shooting on sight, hoping that the young netminder may not be in the right place at the right time. Watson fancies his chances, shoots! Right in the bread basket for Preston. Great save. See it again. Created himself a little bit of space here, Watson. Good little poke check from Alex Preston. Just brought it out enough out the reach of Hughes to give himself the space to shoot and then let one rip.
Well, interestingly enough, Ben, just noticed there, Evan Coles just taking all his kit off.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it looks like he's done for the day, as we figured.
Well, we can see there O'Dale, who's been in since the start of the game. I thought we might have saw Ben Keddy, who had a standout game against the Wild last time.
Yeah.
Wild, back in their own zone. Find Hagger. Hagger decides to test O'Dale, who's wide awake to that one. Looking for the 5-hole, and again we'll see it. Lovely little pass there from Ruddock. Wide open. If it had gone in, it would have been an absolute worldie, but I think Hagger knew he just wanted to get the face-off up that end. So face-off left-hand side of Alex O'Dale's net. Face-off goes the Wild way. Hagger round to Britton. Britton under pressure from Watson. Edwards comes in for support. Manages to get it. Out to Ruddock at the point. Winds up. Good. Save by O'Dale. Just turns into the corner again. He's like a little Yorkshire Terrier, isn't he?
Yeah, nipping at your heels, yeah.
King. Plays it around Edwards. Couldn't get it back. They've got it to Edwards though, however. Reese Edwards drops it for Murray shoots! Jack Murray with the goal! And that's surely going to be the one that seals the deal.
What a play by Edwards there.
He does well, draws his defender one side, what leaves it wide open for Murray on the back door there, drops it behind him. Murray's got all the space to pick from. And there it is.
Well, dejected Hawk players, I think they know it's gone out of their reach now. With 2:51 remaining in this third and final period. Score now stands at Witness Wild 5, Blackburn Hawks 1.
And on aggregate, Gary, it's now 7-4 to the Witness Wild. Well, Gary, let's remember there was altercations in the handshakes of this matchup last time these two teams met.
Oh, yes.
So I don't think people will go quietly, that's all I'm saying. Mayo, however, centre put round for Riddick. Riddick looks to play it off the half boards. Grimes puts a body on Hagger. Harcourt, body on from Edwards this time. Hawks pinned in their own zone, 49 seconds left. Come out with Lutwich. Jacob Lutwich comes off the leg pad of Preston. Grimes gets there first. Edwards went to put the body on. Shot comes in, wide of the net, reeled in by Edwards. Knocks it forward for Hagger. Hagger under pressure, jamming that puck up right out in front of the Blackburn bench, chewing that clock. Hawks again. Riddick trying everything he can. Gilbert couldn't get it out of the skates of Grimes. There's the buzzer. And there is the first piece of silverware for the Witness Wild. Preston gets himself a little shutout for the few minutes he got on the ice.
Yep.
But I tell you what, so many talking points in that game, Gary.
Yeah, it's the Wild pretty happy with
But
themselves.
you see there, they're all over Preston because to them, he come in as the backup netminder. He's kept a clean sheet, even though he did see rubber.
Well, the thing is, the Wild do what they do best and always take the silverware.
Well, yeah, we don't know what it is. They've got a thing for silverware, the Wild. In the meantime, you can see there, Alex O'Dale looks absolutely distraught and knackered. But don't be, mate. You've still done your head. You kept your team in that one. For me, if I had to be clinical, it was the final third for the Hawks where they really needed to make it change, and they just weren't getting enough pucks on net. Yeah. You see it now. Hughes takes it in, and your champions of the North Challenge Cup, the Witness Wild. Just 24 hours after being defeated in the North Challenge Cup, the Blackburn Hawks were looking for redemption as they faced the Witness Wild at home at Planet Ice Blackburn. Coverage for this one is brought to you by Hawks TV.
Women's penalty, total 23 minutes and 16 seconds. Number 63, Joey Coulson, receives 2 minutes for cross-checking. That's 2 minutes for cross-checking.
And finally for tonight, the Nottingham Lions welcomed the Solihull Barons to town as they faced off. Commentary for this one is brought to you by Lions TV's Max Artis and Chris Gadsby.
Back underway, Lions win it to the corner. Owen Davis battling there. Solihull player takes a dive behind the back of the net. I think he caught an edge on the balls. Comes out of the corner with it, shot in front, scrambling around, still loose, digging away, and Barons find it. Way past Matty Bloor on the backhand after a mad scramble in front. Barons score first with just over 17 minutes to go in the period. Matty Bloor won that one back. A scramble at the top of his crease sees the Barons take the first tally on the backhand. Fisher over the red line. Ahead to Gibbs. Elects not to shoot, goes round the back of the net. Lions set up now in the zone. Open at the point. They play tape to tape pass. Down into the corner, back to the point. Yokoyama's looking on this near side. Shot doesn't get all the way through. In fact, it doesn't even get past the first man. And Barons are in, ahead, short-handed, one-on-one with Blador, goes round the back and scores. Great play on a breakaway. The shot getting blocked initially at the point. And the Barons spring number 24, Philip McCauley, and he'll go in all alone on Matty Blador and goes forehand, backhand, and just drops it round the pad of Blador. Lions changing personnel with 25 seconds left to go on the power play. Face off one. On the half wall, now plays it into the corner. Really wanted a D-to-D pass, but it didn't come off for Keogh. Barons now clear the zone. 10 seconds left for them playing short. Gets round the back of the man, in front and goal! Out of nowhere, another short-handed goal with 3 seconds to go. Shaw showing frustration at the bench too. Barons spring their man round the back of the defence. Go forehand, backhand, forehand through the blue paint and drop it past Matty Bloor and increase their lead to 3 with exactly 9 minutes to go in the second period. Linesman said it touched the goalie on the way past. We'll have the play continue. McCauley, Yokoyama gives him a shove. Yeah. A wayward stick from Maynard ends up on the ice. Barons drop it to the slot, try to play back door, go high and pop the water bottle slightly. And a muted goal has some contact in front. They find the man at the back door and put it high over the glove of Matty Bloor and extend their lead. Oxley back to it. Tries to go up the far side. Play was in the skates of the Barons players at the bench. Could have been called for too many men, but because he wasn't actively involved in the play, his skates helped the puck, but he wasn't trying to. He was in the motion of getting off the ice. Backdoor play. And the Lions bench enraged. Exactly, and I can see why the call was there, but I can see also why Sussex didn't call that.
And here's how the rest of the results played out. Saturday night saw the Deeside Dragons beating the Nottingham Lions and recording the first home win in almost 3 years. On the Sunday night, the Dragons then travelled to Billingham and took the Stars all the way to the wire, but the Stars edged them out in overtimes, beating them 7-6. Other results included the Whitley Warriors against the Sheffield Scimitars, who won 7-1. And after the weekend's results, this is how it all fared out on the table. Solway Sharks still riding high, being chased by the Whitley Warriors, but opening up that gap. The Stars still holding on to third place, while the Wild snapping at their heels and being pursued very quickly by the Solihull Barons, who are both now on 17 points. The Hawks beating the Wild in the league, then close that gap even further, edging them out away from the Nottingham Lions, and at the bottom of the pack we still have the Deeside Dragons and the Sheffield Scimitars. And with the final games before the Christmas break, We see the Deeside Dragons taking a double-header weekend at home as they face both Blackburn on the Saturday and then Scimitars on the Sunday. The Blackburn Hawks will welcome the Nottingham Lions to town on Sunday night. Barons will host the Widnes Wild on Sunday, and the Whitley Warriors will face down against the Billingham Stars. We hope you all have a great Christmas and New Year here from Drop the Puck, and we'll see you on the other side of the break.
Sprakes and Sons sponsor Drop the Puck.